Job Van Dam. The whole effing show. Thanks for all the gift subs. Dark Dreams 888, thank you for subscribing with Prime. All of you can subscribe with Prime for the low, low price of nothing. Golden Kappa train, go get it. I don't know what that means, but I want it. Metal Gear Matt, thank you for subscribing with Prime. That J guy, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Coach, shout out to Coach. If you would like a parasocial relationship with us, the first step is subscribing. We can have little in-jokes. I might follow you on Twitter. It's possible. Wisdom Pats, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Did you guys know that any of you can subscribe with Prime for free? No, my Blue Sky's really exclusive. I really like my ratio right now. I follow like 10 people on Blue Sky. Yes, you too could watch us weekly on AEW Collision. Lean over to your real life meat friends and say, hey, you see those guys with the massive pops? They're my close personal friends because I subscribe to them on Twitch. Wembley TV, thank you for subscribing. You were at a con yesterday, cosplaying as P5 Joker. It's very good that you specified. And got a lot of pictures. That's good. We're going to be at a con this week, isn't that right, Mansoor?
Yeah.
We're going to be at GalaxyCon in Columbus, Ohio. Beautiful Columbus, Ohio. Home of the Buckeyes. It Biscuit, thank you for subscribing with Prime. What is a golden Kappa train? I don't know what that is. Sounds vaguely Japanese though. Shriyansh, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Where's our close personal friend Dijak? He said he's coming. I left the window open for him. If you are a subscriber, you can ook with the best of them using our exclusive ook emote. I'm a newer AEW fan and wrestling fan in general, and you guys own so hard. Party. Thank you. Wizard and Nix.
Whoa, easy.
I can say it. Justified bald forever chants. You know who they don't chant bald forever at? Us.
Not us. Not us.
It could never be us. That chant can't exist. I can't even fathom it.
Nope.
Imagine chanting bald in an MXM match when clearly two of the people in the ring have full heads of hair.
Would never happen.
Pastabot, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Mansoor just making some last minute adjustments. He told me not to show the screen. So I'm just sitting here eating veggie straws. You were at home eating a ribeye. Are Shelton and Mark really bald though?
Yes.
It's more like a buzz.
You think so?
Shelton's not bald. He just gets a low cut. Sea salt. Yeah, stolen bald valor. A lot of the people in the chat right now are legit baldies. They earn that by being white and in their 20s.
All right, let me just grab some chicken.
Mansoor's grabbing some chicken. Is a hype chest. It's a man. Who could have imagined? So tell me, chat, how are you today? What are you up to? What's going on in your lives? I've been doing arts and crafts today.
All right, answer more questions for like 2 minutes.
I'm answering questions for 2 minutes.
And turn your mic up, would you?
My mic is fine. It's in the red.
No chance. You're always low.
I know I'm usually low, but it's not. I figured out a way to turn it up. It's been pretty loud.
Tell him Chet's been loud.
It's loud. His mic is fine, they're saying.
They're lying. They're trying to make you feel better.
They're lying. They're liars.
You lie. You lie.
Gonna have this on in the background while I listen to the sweet tones of MXM. Thank you. You can listen to my sweet tones because my mic isn't too quiet. I'm answering questions, so feel free to ask. I know I was low, but since the last stream, I turned up the mic like internally on the computer. I think I had it turned down for a voice audition because I didn't want to peak. I can't tell you for what because I signed an NDA. Have I been signing trading cards for packs? Is that a reference to something? Packs of cigarettes? I don't smoke.
I don't drink.
I don't drink.
I don't don't do drugs. My only addiction is opening trading card packs.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? I learned about what boofing was this week, Mansoor. Do you know what boofing is?
Go on.
It's when you take your estrogen. I don't think it needs to be estrogen. I think it's medicine in general.
Huh?
But apparently, if you're transitioning, boofing is the way to go by putting it into your rectum. They see better results.
Yeah, that's... What are you talking about? That's just like taking steroids. Like what? That's just testosterone. That's what they do. That's the same thing Barry Bonds does.
No, you don't.
Like,
you take it into your butt cheek. You don't put it into your rectum.
Are you saying Barry Bonds is a boofer?
Does he put steroids in his butthole? Stuckun. Thank you for subscribing.
They're not injecting it?
Not injecting it into your butt. Yeah, that's a thing. That's always been the case. But
yeah,
I believe boofing. In chat, correct me if I'm wrong. If we have any transmaxers in the chat, I believe it is placing the medicine directly into the hole.
Like a pill?
I think. I don't know. I'm not on estrogen yet. Yet. You can boof with any drug.
That's true. That's true. Like, I'm speaking from experience.
That's true.
All right.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't boof. My only addiction is sounding.
All right. Okay. I think we should be good.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's play the opening.
It is pandemonium in the Nitro Zone tonight.
Can't say that.
The Nitro Zone?
You were about to say WW. I heard you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you went W. Chat, back me up on this. You went, it is pandemonium in the W.
In the WCW.
Oh, you're Brett?
Yeah.
The WCW.
The WCW. Like we work for the AEW.
That's right. Should we start doing that?
Do you ever notice people call AEW the dub? And I'm like, WWE has way more W's in it.
Wait a minute. Both of them have W's, so why?
WWE has more W's.
That doesn't really make any sense.
If anything, WWE, I guess it's the E. Are you only going based on the last letter? I don't think that's right.
The Fed. That's the Fed, brother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're the wrestling.
We're the breast wrestle.
We're the breast wrestling.
Oh, they already made that joke on TV.
The breast wrestle?
Yeah, when Harley wrestled Mina.
Who made it?
Who made it? What do you mean? Who made it?
Who made the joke?
They did.
Mina did?
Yeah, Harley. Probably Harley.
Yeah, surely really it's Harley.
Funny. I'm sure Mina's funny. I don't think it's hard to convey funny dialogue in a language you don't fully grasp.
Yeah. That's why I'm always so impressed with you. JR did it?
Where the breast... First of all, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it was embarrassing.
I don't like that.
unless JR was like, yes, we're about to find out where the breast wrestle. I would have said, it's time to find out where the breast... Well, I can't say it like that.
Maybe like Galentine. Thank you for subscribing. Boobies?
What if I say it like, "Ho, where the breast?" I can't say it like that either.
Don't say it like that.
Who's who?
Hey,
What
Cole!
is Joey? Hey,
This is where the
Cole!
hey Cole! This is where the breasts wrestle.
I hear it's where the breast wrestle.
That's our.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's our close.
Let's hear a Michael Cole impersonation, Brennan.
Is there anything to impersonate? Like everybody's been impersonating Michael Cole for the past 20 years.
Oh my!
Oh my! It is! It's the breast
time.
It's breast time.
It's breast time. CEO. CEO.
Isn't it crazy that that whatever German made that whatever classical song that she and Gunther used as their entrance themes is just popping off in
I
the year
genuinely had no
2024?
idea. You pointed that out to me, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But
Da,
it's true.
da, 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 da.
It's true. They do impersonate Pat McAfee. What does he say? What does he say? It's time. He says SmackDown.
SmackDown.
What does he say? I don't know. SmackDown. It's time for the breasts. What does he say?
I feel like you would just say it straight up.
Impersonate Jeremy Borash. First of all, Jeremy Borash was the announcer in TNA, not the commentator, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
TNA
Jeremy
fans,
Borash.
it's time to find a... He just sounds like a white guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
I think I'm doing Mike today. Mike today is a TNA fans. That's not what I can't do a Mike today.
What is a Mike? Yeah, what's a Mike Tenayism?
I could do a Don West. I could do a. We're about to find out the biggest breasts. No, that's not. I can't. I feel like white guys. I can't do white guys unless it's like unless it's like mega.
Isn't it kind of racist that you can do black guys though?
No, because like
do CH Pounder.
Excuse me?
Do CH Pounder.
Who is CH Pounder?
Come on, Dutch! What are you gonna have us running errands for the DA?
Right. From Always Sunny. not that show that she's actually in.
I don't know.
Why do you always have us running around running errands for the DA?
Why are you gonna have us stop running errands for the DA? She's a no-nonsense black broad for the precinct.
Do Hispanic guys, I give you permission?
Oh, that's Espanol, so let's.
No, we can't. Neither of us can do that. Booker T, Brennan, go ahead.
Shucky ducky quack. That's what he does now, like every week. It's fun. It's time to find out where the breast wrestle.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No bread, no water, just breasts.
Just breast meat. All white breast meat.
That's not bad. Let's hear what the fuck is his name? Mike Madden? What the fuck is his name?
Mike Madden?
Mike Madden? John Madden, BR. Who can we hear a Mike Madden? Or a I'm trying to
Booker
think of
T
all the Williams.
in TNA as Black Snow.
I'm trying to think of all the dude Dio Madden, famous commentator.
Did I have anime reference? What's an anime reference to chat?
Here, I'll do a Dio
me.
Madden. I'll do a Dio Madden. Dio Madden would be like, wow, what a great draft pick. An excellent Boku no Pico, if I might say myself. That's a Dio Madden.
Wrong with the number one Boku no draft Pico.
It's Carmelo Hayes is the first draft Boku no Pico.
That is what I would have done. Nigel.
Is there any?
Mansoor is a big fan of Nigel because he said his full name.
He did that last collision. He said my full name in Arabic,
Can you
which
say it
was
correctly? It's
he
Mansoor
Mansoor
Abdulaziz.
Abdulaziz. That was a little Australian. Abdulaziz Muhammad Abdul, which is the most common name in London, by the way. So he should know that name. And Nigel is like, Shavoni, they say AEW is where the breast wrestle, but I would like AEW to be where Daniel Bryanson gets hit by a semi-truck. Did I say Daniel Bryanson? I think I said Daniel Bryanson. Sign Daniel Bryanson.
Now that Bryan Danielson is gone, I think it's time. I think there's enough time for Daniel Bryanson to come.
Did you
make
know
a
that?
name for himself.
Did you know that he was
in
supposed to be, when he went to WWE, they were going to make his name Buddy Peacock?
Why Peacock?
That was one of the names he pitched. They were like, "What kind of name do you want?" And they were like, he gave 3 names. I think he gave Daniel Bryanson, and then he gave Buddy Peacock, and the third one was Lloyd Bonnier.
The ripples that would have caused, because then Buddy Murphy couldn't have been Buddy Murphy. He would have.
Why not?
They weren't doing 5 people with the same name at that point.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's a recent trend.
Buddy Danielson needs to use Daniel Bryanson as his ring name. Oh, is that his son? Yeah, that actually would be based. What was the one that he looked like a vampire? That was just a picture of him.
That was just him wearing a cape. You guys be seeing a picture that happened once and like make lore out of the entire thing.
This is the rare elusive.
This was when he was Count Brianula.
This is when he was Count Brianula in Chikara in 2005. No, it's lost media. Zoomers love lost media.
They love it.
They're it's not on Netflix. It's lost media.
Have you ever heard of the lost episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where Squidward kills himself?
I have.
It's called Squidward's Sewer Slide.
Squidward's unaliving. All right, do the intro.
What's the intro? Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen and gentle-thems, to our award-winning hit television show, TEW, where we book WCW in the year of 2001. A big year for everyone. a massive year.
Was it? I don't really remember anything.
A lot of stuff happened, and
I don't remember.
we are taking on big evil WWE.
It was a quiet year in Saudi Arabia.
Business was about to pick up. Yeah, we're playing TEW. We own WCW. Actually, we don't own it. Shane McMahon bought it. And we're in the business of trying to take down the empire that is WWE, the Fed.
That's right. Yes.
We booked our first show last week. It did pretty good.
Yeah.
We made a lot of signings.
A lot of signings.
A lot of signings.
Yeah. So our first show, which drew 2,724,000 viewers.
That's great.
It was booked by myself, Brennan, and of course Dijak, the genius booker, the most maybe
he's kind of like the Michael Bay of booking.
I would say that's definitely an apt comparison.
He does a line of coke and then just says, "Do explosions."
Here's what Dijak booked. The show opened. Basically, the angle is Shane McMahon bought WCW as a shoot and wants to compete with his father. So basically what Dijak said is Shane comes out in the opening of the show and he says, "This is the new WCW. It's going to be all for the fans. We're doing it for the fans. The most important thing is the fans, what you guys want. And I'm also going to do a bunch of things for you, the people, and it's going to be awesome. And then the champion, Booker T, comes out and he's like, yay! And they shake hands and they hug and everybody goes crazy. The first ever match of this new WCW is Sabu, New Jack, and the Sandman in a three-way hardcore match, which Sabu
Did
won.
they all take dangerous bumps like we requested?
Yes, they all fell off the Titantron. They all fell off, or I guess it would be called the Turnatron. They all fell off the Turnatron, and Sabu covered one of them. It doesn't really
Why
matter.
is it called the Titantron?
Because it's Titan Towers.
Because Paul Titan owns it?
I don't know why it's called Titan Towers, but it is. But here it's called the Turnatron. And then Buff Bagwell cut a promo. Nobody really cares. Buff beat Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's gimmick got changed. Now he is a sort of what's the word? He has like self-esteem issues.
Yeah, it's our foray into mental health. We're presenting a character for the new generation of introverts, people who think about themselves a lot. He was once Mr. Perfect, but time has passed. He's maybe not as perfect as he used to be, and he's starting to question that. And we're going to explore that in the future of WCW.
Yeah. I like how the character that we're using to explore the next generation is like a 50-year-old man from the previous generation. Next up, Dijak booked a lap dance contest. Which
it didn't do that well.
44 is not a bad number for a mid-card angle. When you consider that it served no purpose on the show other than to have Sable, Stacy Keibler, and Tori Wilson get close to nudity.
Did Sable win the belt from that lap dance competition?
Yeah, I think she won the belt. No, I don't think there is a women's belt yet. I think Dijak's strategy was we're going to use lap dances and bikini contests to get all the women over. And then once the women are over, we're going to sign a bunch of Japanese women to have matches. And then
that sounds like my idea.
It might have been your idea.
I would have done that.
Anyway, the judge for the angle was Brian Alvarez. So I mean, I don't know,
but
that was his debut.
He got that. He got that spot because we ribbed him before the show.
Right, we ribbed Brian Alvarez before the show. The show was in Los Angeles, or no, it was in the Southeast. It was in like Florida or something, in Columbus. But as a rib, we flew Brian Alvarez to California and told him he had to drive to make the show. And he took the rib in good spirits, even though there was like an 80% chance he was going to get hot about it. So we rewarded him by giving him this angle where he debuts as a lap dance judge.
A lap dance aficionado.
Next up, this is a demo idea. There's a big boy title in the company for people exclusively over 300 pounds. It's called the FTW Championship.
For the whales.
For the whales, right? And not the territory in the United Kingdom. Wales with an H. And it was a hot dog eating contest that I think Bam Bam Bigelow won or something. I don't even remember who won that shit. It was like Bam Bam Bigelow versus Abdullah the Butcher versus Balls Mahoney versus Vader versus like Earthquake.
Girthquake? We need to change his name to Girthquake immediately.
Okay, we have John. Was John Tenta? Was he Typhoon or was he Earthquake?
I don't know, but he's about to be Girthquake.
Okay. Where's
I love that
John
we don't
Tenta?
even know what happens in the fat guy division. It's like when Goldust was just booking the Divas.
Tenta was quick. Okay.
Do we have Tenta?
Do we have Tenta? I thought we did. Oh, we named him Sharkquake. But now his name's gonna...
But we can't change it because we have him with Shark Boy.
Shark Boy? That's right, yeah.
Who's his little
guppy.
But
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we had the Natural Born Killers defeated Billy Kidman and Chavo Guerrero Jr. The Natural Born Killers, of course, is Sean O'Hare and
good Irish lad.
Chuck Palumbo. They are in a stable known as the Straight Bled Society. They're vampires led by CM Punk, who is now named BM Punk, which stands for Blood Magnet Punk. Sean O'Hare is now Bruja, and Chuck Palumbo is now Malkavian. This feels like something more to come. More to decay to come.
More decay to come.
Next up, we have an RVD vignette that bombed. Yeah. I don't know why. I think we just got to have him wrestle because the vignette was bad. Next up, we have John Cena, is now known as the Terminator, and the angle is that he came back in time to ensure that he would become a massive star.
Yep, it's a great angle.
He squashed Hugh Morris, who was furious about it. Next up, we have Shane O'Mac delivering presents to an orphanage, which is super nice of him. You know, he's proving how. By the way, the Shane McMahon angles are all the highest rated segments of the show.
He's kind of carrying us, but he's the owner, so like I guess good.
I expect to see more of him. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio Jr. He beat Elix Skipper, Curryman, and Chavo Guerrero. I guess Chavo worked twice today. We didn't even realize, but Chavo worked twice. Next up, we have Shane McMahon donating blankets to homeless shelters. And then finally, the main event, DDP versus Booker T for the World Heavyweight title. DDP won the belt when Shane McMahon came out and cheated.
Booker.
Right, he shot Booker with a gun, which DDP took advantage of. And then after the match, when Shane and DDP celebrated, Shane revealed that every good thing he did was actually a ruse. And the Turnatron shows the presents in the orphanage were actually bombs, and they blow up the orphanage. And the blankets that were given to the homeless shelters had
smallpox.
And DDP and Shane start this their new stable. Which, chat, if you guys want to come up with a name for this stable, please let us know.
What will we name our corporation?
Yeah, we can't call it the corporation because
it's not legal.
Trademark issues.
Deputy.
But, he's the deputy.
The conglomerate.
The conglomerate. Yeah. That feels like a ripoff.
Consortium.
The concern. The embassy. No, we're not. That's Prince Nana. The new cooperation. I like the cooperation. The cooperation. Sounds like a person from New Jersey saying the corporation.
Oh yeah, with
the cooperation. All right, the cooperation. The big twist is that Shane read Marx, and this is all going to lead to
the Shane you missed manifesto.
I like that too. Meanwhile, Raw had a great show, but who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who cares?
They drew almost 5 million fucking viewers.
It was a different time.
So we have a little bit of a ways to go. Actually, no, because all the bullshit. That's all the combined channels on TNN, the only channel in America that matters. It got 3.5 million, so we only have about 1 million difference.
We can
Less.
do it. We can do it, chat.
We can do it. All right, our next show is going to be on, where's events? Oh, what's our commentary team?
Didn't we
Eric Bischoff,
sign
Joey
somebody?
Styles, and Don West. Yeah, that's pretty good. Where is
Shane McMarks?
Every Monday, and the next big event will be Big Bang. Sunday 27th.
The whole universe was in a hot, dense space. Can we get Sheldon for that? Can we get young Sheldon?
Benjamin? Should we get Sheldon Benjamin as Sheldon?
Sheldon Benjamin.
Sheldon Benjamin.
Yeah, let's see if he's available.
He's probably in developmental.
He's in the Fed.
Look at him. He is in OVW.
All right, let's take him.
Should I edit the game to remove his contract? Should I cheat just for this? I'm gonna cheat just for this. I'm gonna say he has 1 day left in his contract.
We'll get him next week. Well, kid, we've got an idea. That's how it used to be. They used to they'd go to developmental. And
shit! It's Shadow, Lance Archer,
the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. All right, Sheldon Benjamin. We're gonna negotiate with him. Exclusive written. Yeah, 3 years, whatever. If you want me to sign a 3-year written contract, I don't need you for 3 years, Sheldon. I can have you for 1. I just need to tell one. Actually, I don't need you for 1, Sheldon. I need you for 1 month. I need to tell a joke, one joke. Yeah. Great. All right.
The whole Kudo, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Any of you can subscribe with Prime for free.
This show is now commercial free for me only. Chaos control. Why don't you tell them about that thing we did?
That commercial?
Yeah.
They just wanted us to say words, and then we were like, well, what if we made words that are opposite? And then it could have been either of us. Who knows at this point? We were just like, what's the opposite of chaos? And they were like, control. Chaos, control. In a great time to be a Sonic fan or a Shadow fan. Did you see they gave Shadow the blicky?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
In the commercial. What?
Scott Hall signed with the Fed.
Weren't we courting him?
Yes, we're recording him. And Road Dogg.
Curse you, click.
God damn you.
I bet you Hunter gave him the slow blow.
Easy. Thanks for subscribing, Zamon.
Zamon?
What's that? Sheldon Benjamin? All right, we got him.
Is young Sheldon a heel?
Do we name him Young Shelton or Sheldon Benjamin?
Young Sheldon Benjamin.
That's too much.
It's young in quotes.
I like Sheldon Benjamin.
Sheldon, yeah. And then change his gimmick to nerd.
Nerd. Perfect. All right, where's the gimmick?
I can't wait to tell him that we did this to him.
Nerd. I would say this is
Manda X. Thank you for subscribing or being subscribed for so long.
10 months of MXM. Mason, thanks for loving that PAX Unplugged pick on Blue Sky.
I did like that. That was all many moons ago.
I would say that nerd is a legitimate gimmick. It's like
he's a legitimate nerd.
He's a legit nerd.
His finisher is the Bazinga.
There it is. What's his real finisher?
Paydirt.
T-bone suplex. T-Bazinga suplex.
T-Bazinga.
SmackDown. Oh yeah, Kurt Angle versus Al Snow was an 85. Come on. I think the AI cheats.
You're saying that the AI is a Fed cuck?
I just don't believe that our top match got an 80 and Angle versus Al Snow got an 85.
And the main event is crazy.
It was semi-main, technically.
History will remember it as the main.
All right, it's almost time for our show. Let me skip to Monday.
Let's go to the SmackDown Hotel.
Is everybody mad that I'm shitting on? I'm not shitting on Al Snow. I'm just saying I don't think that's an 85 out of 100.
I'm sure it was a good match.
I'm sure it was like 7 minutes long. It's not 85.
Noah.
All right, let's do our show.
Hugh
Morris has big morale issues.
All right, let's fire him.
No, we should rib him. I don't want to give anybody the night off. Select tonight's venue. Great Lakes. Let's go to the Feds territory. Let's go to Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, we're expecting 3,500.
Let's get the tarps out.
Time to lay the tarps. Time to lay the tarps.
We're going for an intimate arena.
Oh, do we want to do that?
We're expecting 3,000.
God, the Northwest really.
Can we get one that's like 2,000?
No. There's
4,000 isn't bad. That's not a whole lot of tarps. That's just one tarp.
It's 7,000. All right, let's not go to the Northwest.
Let's go to New England. Let's go to my.
New England.
Let's go to my territory.
All right. Oh, I confused the Northwest with the Northeast. I said it was the Fed's territory.
There we go.
We can sell. We can sell at the Portland Exposition Building.
Yeah, Portland, Maine.
All right. Broadcasters. No pre-show incidents.
Did we get the broadcasters that we ordered on Amazon?
Locker room incidents. Ted DiBiase has taken Prince Nana under his wing.
Oh,
that's cool.
Interesting.
Dusty Rhodes has been passing on tips on being better at booking to his protege DDP. Oh, all right. The backstage rumor mill has been in overdrive after New Jack and John Heidenreich apparently got into a heated argument.
He is playing a Nazi.
That's very fair. Yeah. The backstage gossip is that Joey Styles and John Heidenreich had to be separated after a heated argument.
Why is he being so belligerent? Don't we have him on ice?
I think Heidenreich probably just like shit on ECW, and all the ECW guys were like, what the fuck? The backstage gossip is that Conan and Booker T had to be separated after a heated argument. Okay. Address the locker room? Of course. We're gonna pull a rib. Pull a rib.
Hugh Morris.
On Hugh Morris. Brian Alvarez is very happy. He's very happy. Hugh Morris is angry. And because he's so angry, I think the only thing that really would make sense is to do an elaborate plot. Chat, come up with our elaborate plot to rib Hugh Morris.
How do we rib this man?
How do we cheer him up?
We should have him do drills in the performance center.
What if the rib was that we told him he had to go back to developmental? Because his whole thing was that he's really upset that he had to put over Cena. So what if the rib is that we tell him if he wants to keep his job, he has to go to developmental, and he has to report to his new coach, and his new coach is Cena, who's been in the business for 2 weeks.
That's a good elaborate plot.
I like that elaborate plot. All right, let's see what he thinks of this rib. Your rib has gone down well with the rest of the locker room. Hugh Morris is said to have been upset by your... this guy's a fucking asshole.
What a clown.
Who's absent? Balls Mahoney. All right, time to book this show.
What do we start from the top?
Oh, do we have storylines? Oh, yeah, we do. All you can eat buffet. That's the big boy feud. Here's the main event feud. The Masquerade spreads the gift. Oh, yeah, they bit Billy Kidman. And then there's the rise of the Terminator. Okay.
What do we got for the Terminator this week? Another squash.
I actually want to change. I changed my mind. I don't want him to squash people. I think he should just have like matches where he beats people. You know what I mean?
That's not what Goldberg did.
But he's not. Cena's not Goldberg. Like he doesn't.
So imagine how much better he's going to be.
Yeah, but like he's not going
to instead of having to put him down with a taser, they can just have a match.
I mean, like, why don't we just have John win a match in like 5 minutes? Like not a competitive match, but one that he has to like sell and work.
Dijak's not gonna like it.
All right, well,
I say go for it. He's not here.
I can hear him now. Okay, yeah. If you want him to be just another fucking guy on the roster, yeah, let him go fucking 5 minutes with Kwee or whoever the fuck. Actually, yeah, let him go. Let him go 5 minutes. Okay, let's book that.
Kwee.
All right, we're gonna do John Cena, the Terminator versus Kwee.
Kwee.
It's me. It's Kwee Wee. Oh, hold on.
Can
We got this new gimmick.
we need to refine Kwee Wee because I think he's got potential.
You're right. We're gonna change his
Kwee
name
Wee
to
Herman.
to Kwee Wee.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman.
That's the word of the day. Ah!
Ah!
All right, Kwee. I was gonna say his
gimmick is
name should be. I thought we're gonna make him Kwee Wee P, and he was gonna be DDP's like little lackey, but that's fine too.
His gimmick should be man-child.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say public masturbator.
No, that came later. Just like him.
Okay, we got clever girl.
Clever girl.
All right, Kwee Wee Herman, and his gimmick is.
I don't dislike teaming him with young Sheldon.
Okay, I like that too. All right, let's put a team. What do we call them? The
Big Adventure.
The Big Adventure Theory?
Yeah. Beat the Bat. B-A-T.
Kwee Wee Herman and Sheldon Benjamin.
And give them a hot chick.
You wanted them to have a hot chick?
Yeah. That's the Big
right.
Bang Theory of it. Like,
Okay,
like Kwee Wee is going to be trying to get with the hot chick all the time, but young Sheldon is going to be like, this reminds me of The Flash episode 5000 of the comic book, and you're a virgin.
Okay, we have Mickey James, Daphne, Dawn Marie, Charmel, Sable, Stacy Keebler, and Tori Wilson.
I like
Should we have Daphne as like a goth GF?
Goth GF. That's gonna resonate with people.
That's gonna resonate with the next generation. Oh, DLW says young Shelton shouldn't debut until WCW The Big Bang. That's our next pay-per-view. That's a good point. It should be Stacy.
If it's Daphne, then that's just the cast of Danny Phantom.
That's very
a goth,
true.
A black kid, and a white guy.
I think it should be a blonde.
It should be a blonde, like in The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Okay. Should we do Stacy or Tori?
Let's do
Sable.
We gotta save Sable for.
Stacy feels like a girl next door kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
All right.
Can we give them an Indian? Do we have an Indian?
What?
Big Bang Theory had an Indian. Do we have Sanjay?
We do have Sanjay. All right, perfect. All right, what's Sanjay's gimmick?
I don't know what his first name should be, but his last name should be Patel.
Was that the name of the guy in The Big Bang Theory?
I don't know, but I'd guess.
That feels wrong. We can't do that. That feels racist.
Odds are, it's like, if we were doing an Arab, we'd name him Muhammad.
I think I feel like you just did that because of Scott Pilgrim.
If
right,
you really want to fight me.
Okay, first of all, no, his last name was not Patel. He played Raj Kuthrapali.
Oh.
Which sounds Greek to me.
Why do we have so many Big Bang Theory heads in the chat right now? Why do you guys know all of the lore? Real nerds don't watch Big Bang Theory. Their parents do.
All right, this is a gimmicky. This is a Weasley underdog gimmick. Are they faces or heels?
I think they're faces.
Okay. Are we renaming Sanjay? I don't think we need to. He already has an Indian name.
Sanjay Dutt is quite Indian enough.
Yeah. Okay. Sheldon Benjamin is gonna be a face, and Kwee Wee is currently a heel. So maybe for the match he can be a heel, and then after the match, he can be
The
accepted
nerds
by
pick him up.
Sheldon.
Yeah.
The nerds pick him up. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we should change the name of the group to Revenge of the Nerds. It's like a
Love it.
It's like a come up story about how these geeks take over professional wrestling.
All right, it's gonna have Sheldon, Benjamin, Kwee Herman,
Beijing Mr.
Stacy-
Herman.
Stacy Keebler, and Sanjay Dutt.
I love that group.
That's a soulful group.
They would have been great in NXT 2.0.
That's true. That's actually so true. Is Sheldon and Kwee the tag team, or is Kwee and Sanjay the tag team, or does it matter?
Well, Sheldon is like a little bit of an antagonist in the group because he's like the guy.
Oh, right. Good point. Okay. Who's Hole? Oh, it's Abyss.
Because I don't see color.
Set to debut Hole enthusiast gimmick. All right. Perfect. His manager is gonna be we're gonna have his manager. Let's see, managerial is gonna be Jerry Lawler.
Why?
Because we're gonna change Jerry's gimmick
to
Hole enthusiast.
Weep whoop.
All right, he's a heel. Is Hole?
That's not really
heel?
changing his gimmick, is it?
No. Or wait a minute, no. Hole is a hole enthusiast. Jerry would be a mound enthusiast.
Mound.
Because that's the opposite of a hole, right?
I guess, yeah.
Holes are concave. Mounds are
Convex.
Convex?
Erect.
Erect? All right, let's figure this fucking show out. Let's book backwards, right? What should our main event be? Obviously, the hot angle last week was DDP turning heel with Shane on Booker T.
Booker was shot.
Booker was shot, so safe to say he should sell the injury for about a week before he comes back.
At least
right?
a week, yeah. Is there something to making a collective of WCW, like people who don't want this new regime? A band of freedom fighters, some rebels?
Yeah, okay. So what if we have the show opens, it's a cold open to really put over how serious this is.
Yeah.
And like half the roster is in the ring.
We can even start with in memory of Booker T.
Well, but he's not dead.
No, we can say that
maybe he is dead. Okay, we'll say he is. Okay. The show opens with in memoriam Booker T.
His pop's gonna be so big when he comes back from the dead next week.
I know. Oh! Okay, it's an outside broadcast. It's a video, and it's Booker. And it's kind of like a package being like, in the arms of the angel. All right, perfect. In the arms of the angel.
We can have like a live performance of "In the Arms of an Angel," and
who did that?
I don't know, some Celine Dion. I don't know.
Okay, love Celine Dion. We'll have Celine Dion live.
We'll have her live, and then in the middle of the song, Shane's music hits, and he interrupts.
Oh.
And he interrupts the memorial service.
and he shoots Celine Dion. He says, "I can do whatever I want."
Sarah McLachlan was the singer of "In the Arms of the Angels."
Got it. Well, no big loss there. All right, I'm just trying to see how long angles have to be. I'm trying to game this game. Because here we go. Angle ratings, segment length. Angles of 3 minutes or below are capped at 75. 5 minutes or below are capped at 88. Okay, so we're gonna have a 6-minute Sarah McLachlan performance.
Okay.
Just to really cap off the
In the arms
Okay.
How long should my Kurt Angle be? About like 5'11".
What'd you say?
They're saying how long should my Kurt Angle be? Because you're looking up angle lengths.
Oh, there we go. All right, then we'll book the angle where Shane interrupts the song. Which honestly, if it's a 6-minute song, she does it twice. She does an encore. Shane.
Well, what's her big three? What's her big three songs?
I couldn't tell you in a million years. Gun to my head, pull the trigger, which is what Shane's about to do.
A good Irish lass, McLaughlin. Okay, her top 3 on iTunes is River from 2006. Hasn't even come out yet. What Child Is This? Which is a Greensleeves cover.
What child is this?
And God
Whose child is this?
Oh, she did God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen with Bare Naked for the Holidays.
Bare Naked Ladies? Yeah, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. All right.
What does she only sing? Like ambient winter songs? And In the Arms of the Angel?
Okay, Shane and DAP come out. They glow.
Why are you guys freaking Sarah McLachlan stands and Big Bang enthusiasts?
We've cultivated quite an interesting audience, a diverse crowd.
Daryl Turner, thank you for subscribing.
All right, they gloat, and then does a big stable of people come out and say, you know, hey, we're not going to wrestle tonight in protest of Shane taking over the company. We're going on strike. Are we doing a union angle?
I think we do a union angle.
Is there a vote of no confidence?
Yes.
And we like when Christian, remember in like 2011. I just see this clip all the time.
See it every time
like
there's a bad booking decision.
Where Christian is like, no confidence in Triple H. Like, and then it's like Beth Phoenix. She's like, sorry, Hunter, no confidence. Or Christian's like, I am going to sue the WWE.
Who are our most over baby faces that we didn't shoot dead to lead this Christian coalition?
Let me see. Our most over baby faces are Bam Bam Bigelow, Bob Sapp. Oh no, he's only over in Japan, not America. Buff Bagwell's a heel. Chavo's a heel. DDP's a heel. Dusty is here.
I think Dusty can lead that segment.
Kenny Omega. Oh, in Japan.
Kenny Omega is that over in Japan in 2001?
I fudged the settings a little bit. Legitimately, we don't have any baby faces that are even like respectably over. Booker.
We're in the process of building.
Everyone else is only popular somewhere else. I mean, Ray Ray's pretty over. He's at 50. Like for WCW right now, that's over. I have Rob at 45, but 60 in the tri-state area. Sandman's 60 in the tri-state area. New Jack's 60 in the tri-state area because of ECW. Johnny Ace is 60 in Japan.
We need somebody who's over in New England.
Thanks. I mean, if you want, we can go to somewhere they're over, and then like we can go to Ireland and have Finlay wrestle for the world title.
Well, let's just go to Japan.
Oh yeah, we can go to Japan. Thanks for subscribing, E. Burbuki. Shout out Tito Ortiz. Nice gray slacks. Thank you for 200 bits. Signed Freight Train. No chance he's active in 2001. Fuck, I don't know. I guess we could have Orange.
We really shot ourselves in the foot by shooting Booker T.
Our top baby fan. Should we tell Arn to come out of retirement for one night only?
I think we could build an angle where Arn has to come out of retirement for one night only, and then that's the main event.
Which is kind of fitting because Arn is famous for pulling out the Glock. So maybe like Arn comes out and he's like, you know what? You know what? I don't really give a damn about what's going on in this company. All I need to say is, you are not practicing proper gun safety.
Why is he a kill?
I don't know. Is that what Arn sounds? I think that was more Terry Funk. To me, that's what Arn sounds like.
The boy
let's see.
ain't right.
I'm gonna say, perhaps it's time to come out of retirement for another run. Sorry, I don't think I have another run in me.
Just one match.
Fuck. Damn, that really makes me sad. I'm gonna tell him to do steroids. I'm really not interested in using steroids. I want you to try and stop abusing painkillers. I will try. They try but fail? My God. All right. Well, I guess we can't use Arn. Boy. Okay.
It's tough. Can we sign somebody for tonight?
You want to sign somebody for one day that's over? No, we can't do that. Well, actually, hold on. Local worker. April Hunter. Fandango is 17.
Fandango?
We could Killer Kowalski.
One match.
And Ivar!
We could have him as... Let's get him as part of the coalition.
Toddy? Yeah, we should get Toddy in.
Let's give him $50.
Oh, yeah. He's only asking for 30, but let's give him 50.
Just because we love him.
All right, we got Toddy, and we're gonna get Fandango. They're both 17 at this point.
Part of the union.
Johnny, Dango, we're not that close to you. $30.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Perfect. This is huge. All right, we're gonna have a bunch of wrestlers.
This is like when we saw Toddy on that one episode of Heat against Sylvester Turkey.
We're gonna have a bunch of wrestlers come out, and they're all gonna say they are making a vote of no confidence. Oh yeah, could he wrestle Dusty? Dusty is an occasional wrestler.
We can get him for one match.
He would cut a hell of a promo too.
Cut a great promo about the hard times that the McMahons have put on the wrestling world.
We also have Dustin. So Dustin is an option as well.
Maybe we have them kill Dusty tonight. And then we give Dustin a good run. We build him up for maybe a shot at the title at the pay-per-view. No, Booker will be back from the dead by then. But by then...
We'll have Booker return next week to save Dustin from getting shot.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then I think that'll be a good rub for Dustin. He'll be in the main event a little bit. We can build him a little bit as like a future challenger.
Yeah. His gimmick right now is the Natural.
Hispano in the chat says, make him unnatural.
The unnatural Dustin Rhodes. What did they mean by this? The unnatural. I like it.
A cult.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a cult. Yeah. What is that even? The unnatural? Does he just come out with like pins and needles coming out of his ass?
I think he's kind of like he's like a mind freak, like he's a magician.
Mind freak. Okay, cool. I like that. He's a magician.
He'd be good at that.
Yeah, I agree. American Dream gimmick. What's he good at?
Realistic.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. So we'll have who's this? Could it be? Is it?
Whoa.
Could it be?
Yeah.
Oh, we needed him. We were struggling.
We were drowning trying to come up with good ideas.
We have nothing.
What do you need?
Okay.
Well, I'm happy with what we've come up with so far.
We've come up with some good gimmicks, but here's the opening of the show, Dijak. Let us know what you think. An in memoriam.
Remind me what amazing idea I had last week.
You shot Booker
that had
T.
me breathing and.
You shot him.
You had Shane McMahon come out and basically say that WCW is now going to be just for the fans, and we're just going to make the fans happy. He went to
I built him up as a huge baby face. That's right. Yeah.
he went to an
Wasn't he
orphanage
like
and gave them.
gifting like orphanages and stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah, he went to an orphanage and gave them presents. He gave blankets
Yes.
to a homeless shelter. And then at the end of the show, he shoots Booker T and explains that the
Yeah.
blankets had smallpox and so on and so forth.
So here was my idea. I said that we open this show.
He didn't kill Booker T though, right? He just shot him in the leg.
No,
right?
that's not what you said, that he didn't kill him. But I said that we should open this show with an in memoriam for Booker T. We're gonna have Sarah McLachlan come out and sing "In the Arms of an Angel," and we're gonna say "In memoriam of Booker T." Don't worry, he'll be back, and it's gonna be a massive pop when he comes back.
No, yeah. We should. That's a great idea. We should base the entire show around the death of Booker T. There should be a huge packet. Everyone crying on the stage. Everyone, and then the main event is a promo. The main event is a funeral, an in-ring funeral, and he fucking kicks through the casket. And he's like,
we couldn't even last a week.
This is why we need you.
This is why we needed him. Can we go over some of the new gimmicks that we got, Dijak?
Please.
Okay.
So we fell in love with Kiwi.
What? Okay.
You know Kiwi from WCW?
So we made him.
That's a real person. That's a real.
Yeah. We made him Kiwi Herman.
All right.
And
I can finally watch the stream. You fixed that.
So we got Kiwi, but we figured we want to put him with a group of nerds. We're gonna call him Revenge of the Nerds,
Right?
Because we've got a big pay-per-view coming up called The Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
So we signed.
It's just the Big Bang.
The
It's
Big
just
Bang.
the Big Bang.
Yeah. So we signed. We signed a young Shelton Benjamin, and we changed his name to young Sheldon Benjamin.
Sheldon Benjamin.
All right.
He's
I don't hate it.
He's a nerd. But he's also.
What year again?
It's 2001, so we're before Big Bang Theory. So we're actually innovating.
You're before Sheldon, aren't you? How old is? Oh, maybe he's in RVW.
This is his first year. Yeah, it's his rookie year.
Yeah.
Who else is in the group, Mansoor?
Sanjay Dutt.
Yes.
Did I just call him Sheldon? Shelton.
No, it's Sheldon.
Yeah,
now.
Sheldon. His name is Sheldon now.
Well, no, his new gimmick is Sheldon, but I'm just talking about the human being.
Yeah, Sanjay's in it. And Stacy Keebler's in it.
Thank God.
Finally, some dimes.
Finally. I'm gonna continue my never-ending relentless effort to push bra and panties matches that never pay off. The ratings for whatever reason never go up. They get absolutely destroyed in the ratings, even though I base them on sexuality.
we ribbed Hugh Morris today.
Like the real life Bill DeMott? Or
Yeah,
like you chose to do that?
Yeah, because he was really
mad.
Why?
Well, he was furious that he had to put over Cena last week.
All right.
So
oh yeah, go ahead. Tell him about the rib.
As a rib, we said, well, we're gonna fire you unless you go back down to developmental. You got to go down to the power plant and train and report to your new coach. So we had him fly down to Atlanta and go to the power plant, and his new coach is John Cena.
Okay.
And the locker room thought it was hilarious. He's furious.
Brennan,
He's really upset.
Brennan, imagine if big man class that we had to do for 6 months was actually a rib. Because Vince didn't like that we kept pitching stuff to him, so he's like, "What if as a rib we make all the best wrestlers go to big man class?"
I bet you the locker room really loved it.
And train Baby Noble to teach them how to be big men.
This is exactly how it happens.
Literally exactly what we did.
Vince was just sitting in his
by
the pool, and he was like, "I need to do my ribs for this week."
This is a real story that I don't think any of us have told. We had to go to big man class. We were forced to go to mandatory big man class at the Performance Center for 6 months. And 3 of the people in this class were Brennan, myself, and Walter. And the teacher was Jamie Noble. The teacher of the big man class was Jamie Noble.
It was definitely a
I love Jamie, but like, big man class.
That makes sense.
That's a real thing that really happened.
It really happened.
That had to be a real thing. He must have looked at Johnny Ace in between mischievous felonies and been like, what if we made all the good wrestlers go to training? But they're big, so we make them go to big man class with Jamie Noble.
It was so frequent.
I don't even remember. Why was I feel like I was like,
they flew you
not
in,
that
right?
Was I already in NXT or no?
For big man class was main roster.
I feel like I didn't have to go to big man class as much as you did. You had to go a lot.
Because you didn't live there.
Oh, do you think it was a fly? Yeah, no, eventually they were like, yeah, we're flying you into big man class.
Yeah.
And my wife was pissed. Yeah, she was not happy. But that didn't last long. I think I only did that like 4 times, maybe.
Dijak, what's the name of our Italian stable?
Fuck.
The Gabagools?
Who's in it?
Chris Canyon as Chris Moltisanti.
Did we name them? I don't know if I named them.
We named Chris Moltisanti. I mean,
we named
him. I remember naming the wrestler. I don't remember naming the stable.
We didn't name the stable. Who else was in the?
Just call them the Sopranos.
Call them the Sopranos. That's what I was going to say.
Who is the Soprano in this situation? There needs to be actual. Well, of course, Dawn Marie has to be in that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Dawn Soprano.
Yeah, she's a mob boss. She's like a mob boss.
So who's Tony? Schiavone. Tony Schiavone.
Schiavone's. I love that. That's great. Okay.
I will give both of you $100.
That's amazing.
I will give both of you $100 if at next time you're at TV, if you walk up to Tony Schiavone and you explain to him that he's the mob boss in your 2001 TEW simulators stable.
He already looks at us with disdain every time he sees us playing video games.
I'm sure of it. Yeah. Right, this will make it so much worse. I can't wait.
Mob boss.
He squirted me with cold spray last week.
He did?
Yeah, he did. It was a rib.
Squirted on you.
He's a what do they call him? A jokester, a jeckler. He's a trickster. He's akin to Loki.
He's a mummer.
All right, so it's Tony Schiavone, and the name of the stable's called, the family is called the Schiavones.
The Schiavones.
It's Tony Schiavone. It's Chris Canyon as Chris Moltisanti. He's Chris Moltisanti. Dawn Marie.
That's his
we'll
wife.
call Don Schiavone.
Donnie Schiavone.
Dawn Schiavone.
Donnie Schiavone.
Who else should be in this?
Who else is Italian?
Who else is Jimmy Yang?
Jimmy Yangarelli.
Jimmy. Oh, would be good. Jimmy. Chad, help us out. Yeah, because Jimmy Yang was a cowboy, right? So he can play anything he wants.
Yeah, he can be anything.
Jimmy. How about just Wang?
Like our close personal friend?
Johnny the Bull and Big Vito. Yeah, I think they're in there. But I really want to get an Italian name. I think we do. Big Pussy? Which is a character name in The Sopranos, by the way. What you call him, Johnny Gargano? I like Jimmy Gargano.
Jimmy Gargano.
That's good. A good Italian name.
He's a pizza delivery boy.
Jimmy Gargano. All right, evil foreigner gimmick. I mean, technically, we could keep that, I guess. Yeah, I'll evil foreigner, and then in parentheses, Italian. He's from the mother country. All right, and then Johnny the Bull is here. Oh, for tonight, we hired a couple of extras, Dijak.
Yeah.
You might know them. Do you know Johnny Curtis by any chance?
I do.
We're in Portland, Maine. So we're getting locals.
No. We're in. That's right. And our other one is this fella right here.
Oh, you got Todd, huh?
Mm-hmm.
2001, nice.
17.
Well done. Well done.
All right, Johnny the Bull.
We're using them as extras in our union segment. When they come out, they're going to come out and vote. They're going to vote no confidence in Shane McMahon.
No confidence.
Are we going to bring out all these wrestlers who haven't debuted yet with brand new gimmicks to debut in this segment where they don't talk and just like stand there?
Yeah, that shows how serious this is.
Okay, we're gonna debut 2 different stables without explaining it all. Johnny the Bull Ravioli. Took someone's idea in the chat. It's a solid stable. All right. Stables. The
Shivani's.
Woke up this morning and got yourself a gun. Mama always said you'd be the chosen one. Yeah. Born under a bad side with a blue moon in your eye. Woke up this morning. Got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun.
Great
Nas
song.
Back to booking the show. Dijak, thoughts on this? I know you want the casket for the end of the angle, but I also think it could be good to have the casket actually in the beginning of the show, next to Sarah McLachlan singing about Booker, and then in the middle of the song, the doors burst open and Shane comes out and his music hits and he starts dancing in the ring.
Say it again.
Oh, you want a little person in there. What if the casket, like they just show, you could see his face, right? Because it's closed on the top. It's closed on the bottom.
That's very early 2000s. The old present my rival as a little person angle. That's a classic 2000.
And Shane comes out and says, "Booker, you look."
Hey, Booker, looks like
you look stiff.
I know I got you in the kneecaps, but I didn't think it would make it look like this.
Why don't you loosen up? Why don't you do a little dance? And then he plays the funk is on a roll. Funk is on a roll. And then the casket just starts going, ooh. And he starts moving. He starts pulsating. And then he kicks down the bottom part. And it's a little person and he comes out. He does a spinneroonie. And then he shoots the little person.
Now, I missed the initial context of what this is.
Okay, the context is the funeral's in the beginning of the show, and there's a casket in the ring, and Sarah McLachlan is in there singing. And in the middle of the song, Shane comes out, and he says to the casket, he says, "What's wrong, Booker? You seem a little stiff." And then he says, "It's time to loosen up." And he plays "Funk is on a Roll." And then, no?
I'm trying to think of because I like the idea of Shane coming out and getting heat with it.
Okay.
But I feel like we need to build up the sympathy first. So you build the sympathy throughout the show.
Chat says,
And then
we wanted to bury you 6 feet under, but now you're under 4 feet.
I feel like you get to the sympathy at the end. You get to the funeral. Then Shane comes out and sabotages the funeral to build up the heat. And then the babyface Booker T emerges and beats the shit out of Shane and makes him pay. You can do all of it. Because you can do that. You can do that little person angle. Because you can fit the little person and real life Booker T in the casket.
I guess that's technically true.
Yeah, there's enough room.
All right, so then we have the vote of no confidence, and then like, what's the payoff to the vote of no confidence, Brennan?
I thought we were going to build to Dusty's last match.
Okay.
Because Dusty's gonna lead this promo because he's the only thing we got. He's gonna say that the McMahons they put hard times on the entire wrestling, and he's no different than his father. And
that'll get some ooze. That'll get some ooze.
Yeah, we mentioned the other company.
Yeah.
And
where is this promo? This vote of no confidence promo?
It's after Shane comes out and shoots Sarah McLachlan.
That's a lot. That's a lot. If we're moving that to the end segment, that's a lot.
No. We're not moving it to the end segment. The show opens with an in memoriam package for Booker,
and everybody's going to be on. We're 10 bells.
Oh.
And then Shane's going to come out to his music and dance, and with DDP, and they're going to pop champagne, and they're going to say yeah. And then after they shoot Sarah McLachlan, the roster's going to come out, and Dusty's going to lead them, saying, "Hey, we don't like working for you. We don't like working for a McMahon. We're not wrestling tonight."
Okay.
And then maybe Shane says, "Well, then fuck you. You're all fired. I'm going to fire all of you."
The in memoriam gathering, and then he sabotages the funeral as well.
Well, we're going to use Shane in about 20 segments tonight, so yes.
Obviously, he's our number one draw. But what if we have Shane? We can have the in memoriam segment in the beginning of the show.
Yep.
And then what if Dusty comes out and he says, "Hey, listen, tell you what, if I wrestle tonight, then I'll save everybody's jobs," right? Something like that. And let's put some stakes on the main event, right? It'll be like Dusty versus should we save Shane for wrestling? Or should we have him wrestle DDP? Or should we do Dusty versus Shane?
Do we start fleshing out the what are they called? The cooperation? Do we add some people to the cooperation? Do we have some turncoats in the union right away?
We could do that. I'm trying to think of a way that we can have this vote of no confidence. And chat, help us out if you want. I also, somebody gave an idea that because Booker T got shot in the knee, his leg gets replaced by like a bionic leg, so his scissors kick becomes extremely powerful.
Oh, that's his new finish. Yeah, I like it.
But I'm trying to think of something where there's a vote of no confidence. Shane says, "Well, then fuck you, you're all fired." And then Dusty does something to try and save everybody's jobs. And it leads to him kind of sacrificing himself in a way that leads to Booker coming back for the big save. Because remember, Dijak, we need to build to a great main event to save our show's rating. Maybe this is too much. Maybe today is just the funeral, and then next week is the vote of no confidence.
Perhaps.
Maybe we're spreading ourselves too thin here. I mean, the funeral through line is great, right?
I like the funeral. I like the funeral this week.
So maybe we save. Maybe Sarah McLachlan sings the thing, and then Shane comes out, shoots Sarah McLachlan, and they say, "Hey, not to be disrespectful to the dead, tonight in the main event of Nitro, we're going to host the funeral for Booker T. A memoriam,
that's going to be the main event segment.
A 10-bell salute is not enough. It's time for a full funeral." What do we think of that?
I like it. But what is our main event match?
Our main event match is a Booker T's coffin on a pole match where it's DDP versus somebody, and the winner gets the right to do whatever they want with the body. And obviously DDP wins, and they talk about how they're going to make Katie Vick look like a fucking joke. They open the casket. Booker T comes out and he starts boom, boom, beating the shit out of them.
I like it.
Dijak?
Love it.
Great. Okay. So the match will be DDP versus a strong babyface. We don't have a lot of those, to be honest. So we're probably just going to look for somebody who can get a really good match out of DDP, who is great, obviously. Ray Ray's a good choice.
And we had him win a big match last week, right?
That's true. It was technically number one contender for the Cruiserweight title, but whatever. Who gives a shit?
It's not this week. It doesn't mean that he gets the shot next week. There's more important things going on in the world.
Oh, yeah. This should be a banger. This should be fucking amazing. Add new match. This is going to be called the 1-versus-1 Booker T's Coffin.
No, call it the Grave Robbers match.
Grave Robbers match. The first one to dig up. Didn't Sting and Vampiro do this? Like for a shoot?
You have to dig up a grave?
Chat says... if you brought Dusty out with the rookies and wrestlers that haven't debuted gimmicks that you could play that they aren't under contract, and Shane says he'd make sure they're blackballed from the industry.
Ooh.
Dusty could say he'd put his career on the line in place of theirs for a big stip match at the pay-per-view. I actually like that a lot.
I like that a lot. Raw versus SmackDown.
It's all that GM mode you've been playing seems to have paid off, Raw versus SmackDown. I like the idea that DDP will wrestle Booker on the pay-per-view, and then we'll have Dusty wrestle Shane at the pay-per-view.
Because that's kind of a shoot, too, is that we don't have any of these people where they're all on short-term handshake deals.
That's true. Exclusive handshake deals where they only get paid if they get booked, but they can't work anywhere else.
Shane says, I'm going to blackball you, and you're not going to be able to work in any wrestling company owned by a McMahon.
It's all of them. So I would say this is an item retrieval match, right? Because you have to dig up Booker's grave. Or how does it work?
Yeah, you have to dig up. Okay. You have to dig up the casket and pull it out.
Okay.
With a crane.
So it's a 1-versus-1 with a crane. So it's like a reverse buried alive match.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say that the match prestige is very high, right?
I think so.
This is a very prestigious match. I would say this has name value. Okay.
Can we get like a special guest? Paul Bearer or something.
Is this a cinematic match on location?
It would be the first of its kind.
Or is it a special set?
What is a special set?
A special set is like buried alive. You have a big thing of dirt.
Oh, special set.
Okay. Oh wait, I gotta have a poll. Of course. What was I thinking? All right. It's a grave robbers match. Oh, okay. Brennan, Dijak, hear me out. So Dijak, we have Abyss in the company, right?
Yep.
His name is Hole, and he's a hole enthusiast, okay?
Okay.
So what if the reason Ray loses is because once he digs up the hole,
Abyss has
get
sex
Booker's
with it.
Abyss is driven crazy. He sees this big hole. He goes nuts. He starts awooga, awooga. His eyes pop out of his head. His tongue hits the ground. He can't help but run over into the hole, and he just barrels Ray over on the way. And that's what gives DDP the chance to get the coffin.
I think that establishes the hole's gimmick of hole enthusiasts. And then we can have the
Ray
mound
versus Hole.
Yeah, and that's a good David versus Goliath match too.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna start this feud, Ray versus Hole, and it's gonna be called Holes. Perfect.
We can get Stanley Yelnats for it. Your close personal friend.
We're going to say outside interference finish.
Is he a hole enthusiast or a hole pervert?
I like hole pervert.
He's a hole pervert.
All right, the title's not on the line, right?
No, just Booker's corpse.
Booker's corpse. And then we'll have the angle where Booker beats the shit out of them.
Yep.
Because they try to violate his corpse. Great.
Brown hole slam.
Easy.
He is
That's a hot angle.
fighting. I would say it's a very hot angle. And Shane. Old Mac.
Oh my.
And he throws Shane in the
Oh yeah,
grave.
obviously we should have a huge bump, right?
Yeah, throw Shane in the
Honestly,
grave.
Shane should be thrown into and covered in dirt and buried alive. Right? I mean, do we want to risk injuring Shane? Should we do a stunt bump, or what do you think?
Just put a pillow in there.
So it's a stunt bump?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a stunt bump. I'll say this is a storyline victory.
If we hurt Shane, we're gonna get him hooked on painkillers and steroids, and we're gonna use them anyway, so it's okay.
True. Okay, Booker. I would say Booker wins this one, and DDP loses this one. Great. Perfect. All right.
The whole train.
This is Booker revives and attacks, burying Shane. All right. Obviously, we can make those angles longer, but now we got to book the rest of the show. So, Dijak, just to remind you, the other storylines we have, the Big Boy division, the For the Whales division. We got Bam Bam Bigelow, Sharkquake, a bunch of big guys that we could do.
Do we need to cut backstage to Shane, like eating turkey legs or stuff? Like, is that...
Yeah, is there anything? Like, do you want him preparing for this big violation of Booker's corpse in any way?
It's buying baby oil.
Yeah, he probably should be. Yeah, right.
Should he be embalming himself to like prepare? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
He should be embalming himself?
Why would you embalm yourself to have sex with a corpse?
I don't
Why
know.
wouldn't you?
The corpse should be embalmed.
Just so that you match?
So that you match its freak.
Shane embalms himself. I like that of him done like with the makeup they put on corpses.
I guess the premise is that he's going into the afterlife to get Booker one more time. So he's preparing. He's at like a funeral parlor.
Shane like takes a pill to slow his heart rate down, and DDP's there with a defibrillator ready to bring him back. Shane's like, "I'm gonna fuck you in the afterlife."
I'm gonna go to hell. I'm gonna go to hell to get you one more time, Booker.
That's real hater shit. All right. Anything else, Dijak? Anything else you could think of? Maybe. Oh, Shane and okay. Here's a segment. Shane and DDP are in a dark room with a big crystal orb in the middle and a woman in a robe, and they're doing a seance. And Shane is like, "Booker, if you can hear me, I'm coming for you, Book. I'm coming for you, real soon."
I like that. I like where your head's at right now.
Shane and DDP
Seance.
do a seance and threaten Booker in the afterlife.
It's so good.
Why did they do this in real life on these shows? There should be like 6 segments where the biggest star on the show just does fucking something.
They did. It was called SmackDown for the past 5 years.
That's true. There would always be like 5 backstage segments of Roman in a chair.
If Roman wouldn't even be doing anything. He'd just be sitting there like
He'd
this.
be sitting there and be like, "Wise man." And Paul would be like, "Yes, my tribal chief." And they'd like whisper in his ear. And then the crowd would be like, "Oh,
that's my tribal chief."
And it led to the peak rating of the quarter. Like it was the highest quarter.
The segment is
I think-
Roman whispers to Paul Heyman.
Let's do that too. Let's do Shane whispers in DDP's here. We're gonna do Shane McMahon whispers in DDP's here. Oh my god!
It's like SmackDown. An hour of it's got to be for the bloodline. So like, an hour of Nitro has to be for the cooperation.
Yeah, Dijak, who would you want to put in the cooperation?
When did we name it the cooperation?
Today.
Oh, okay. I don't hate it.
It's because we can't call it the corporation.
I see. I don't know. Who do we have? Do we have a roster or no?
Yeah. We got a roster.
Give me some
let
names.
me tell you who's not doing anything. Abdullah the Butcher, Adam Pearce, AJ Styles, Mickey James.
Pierce for sure. Mickey James for sure.
Why?
Why not?
How does she fit in? Shouldn't it be Sable or something?
No, Mickey.
All right, sure. Do we want to change your name to something?
You can do Mickey and Sable. I don't mind that tag team.
I'm sure you don't.
Oh, they need a heavy. Is Bam Bam not doing anything? He's a babyface, right?
He's a babyface, and he's the current whale, or is he the current whale? Who is the current whale champion? Sharkquake is. We're having Bam Bam chase, obviously.
Yeah.
Horace Hogan isn't doing anything. Do you want Horace Hogan? Heidenreich?
He's on ice.
Oh, he's frozen in ice. That's
he's
right.
frozen.
I'm gonna prepare his gimmick to change his gimmick to
frozen Nazi.
Frozen. Well, we don't know if he's a Nazi yet. He's frozen.
Look at him.
How can we? Yeah, I mean,
he's frozen in his Nazi uniform.
Let's throw an angle on the show of just 5 minutes of Heidenreich frozen in ice.
I don't hate it.
Of course you don't.
And then in 3 weeks we could have somebody flip a switch.
But he's on his side, and there's two little people ice skating on top.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing.
That's camp
for the finish.
I love it.
Foreshadowing.
Okay, Heidenreich frozen in ice.
Yeah, but somebody. The two. This is becoming my favorite segment. The two little people come over to the ice as it's standing up like this, and they start checking on it like the two little people in The Empire Strikes Back when they're checking on Han Solo when he's frozen in carbonite, and then they push it over. They push it over, and he.
In a brace.
You see Heidenreich in the ice frozen, and then the little people start ice skating on top of the ice. That's why they pushed it over, because they wanted somewhere to skate.
Great. Perfect. All right.
What do we have for the blood magnets?
Oh, well, they bit Billy Kidman last week, so we should probably have Billy Kidman's transformation, right?
Yeah.
Let's do Billy versus Punk. We'll have Punk up, and maybe we'll have Punk up because Billy transforms into a vampire mid-match, and
then he just goes stiff
and lays down for him.
Yeah. Are we adding anybody else today?
To the bloodline?
To the bloodline.
Should we call it the bloodline?
Change it to the bloodline.
We're changing it to the straight blood society is funny, but the bloodline is funny.
The bloodlines. Vampire the
bloodlines.
Bloodlines.
Of course. We'll do in parentheses vampire the masquerade, and then out of parentheses
the bloodlines.
The bloodlines. I can't. Damn. Which clan is Kidman gonna be? Probably.
He's thin blood.
Thin blood, right? Of course. They should have a chick, right? It should be Daphne, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie hot.
She literally played a vampire, didn't she?
Was Daphne a vampire? Meant to be a vampire?
In that all woman promotion, she was like Vladulina or something. Who is the ugly motherfucker we can make Nosferatu? Who's like the ugliest dude on the roster?
Horace Hogan?
Horace Hogan? No, it needs to be someone like, yeah.
Don't we have who do we have?
Or as a rib, should it be like someone really handsome? Sabu.
Sabu.
Well, Sabu's not.
Is he
Sabu's not ugly. Sabu's not ugly, but he's like, so it kind of makes sense. Like maybe we could do some kind of makeup. Vampiro. What am I saying?
Well, he's
Look, he already has like a fucking. Well, Vampiro should probably feud with them, right? He should be like, you guys are posers, or maybe Punk thinks he's a poser because he's not a real. Terry Funk is Nosferatu. That's not bad.
Nosferatu. I'm Nosferatu.
I'll have to hide my disfigured face because I'm so ugly. Terry, you're not that ugly. You're just an old guy. No, I'm hideous.
Christ.
I can't expose my hideous visage.
Wait, did we have Mark Jin Dracula in there already, right?
Mark Jin Oh no, we don't. All right, we got to add him to the stable. Mark Jin Dracula is maybe one of the best things we've ever come up with.
Yeah. We could, as a rib, we make Hugh Morris
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
You're just this ugly piece of shit. You have not given Mark Jin. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, perfect. All right, Billy Kidman versus CM Punk. Punk's up. And then in the angle afterwards, we'll have Punk.
Punk is going to bite his arm, and then he's going to put it in his mouth.
Ooh.
Love it. And he's going to anoint him as Thin Blood.
Yeah. Have him cut a little promo about the masquerade. This is Shane's pet segment.
It's true. Brennan, explain the lore of Shane McMahon and Vampire the Masquerade.
So Shane came up with the name Gangrel because he's actually a big fan of Vampire the Masquerade. And when,
is that true?
Yes, it's true. And
this is why every video game was like Gangrel is owned by one whatever.
Yep, that's exactly why.
Damn, I wish I'd known that. I would have asked him about it when me and other Shane were having drinks with him at the bar.
Shane, tell us about Vampire the Masquerade, Shane.
I didn't tell you about that.
Yeah, I remember when you had drinks with Shane at the bar. Did he at least buy your drinks?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Okay,
well, it was like nobody even questioned it for a moment.
It wasn't even a thought.
Yeah, the tab came over and the billionaire just took it. He was like, we were just like, oh, thank you. He didn't even like say you're welcome. It's just like the expected thing that happens.
When you're at the bar with a billionaire's son, you just assume.
I think that's how it works, yeah. Have you been out for drinks with Tony Khan yet?
Not quite.
What? Drinking what, milk?
Imagine. Is he straight edge? I didn't know that.
No, he's not, but I am.
Okay. Well, if you like went out to dinner or whatever and like the bill came over and he looks up at you guys.
Oh, don't worry, Tony, we got it.
I have to use the bathroom.
I'd offer as like a power play. Like surely it couldn't bankrupt me, right? Don't worry, Tony, I got it.
What if he was like, "Oh man, thank you. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go."
Oh wait, Brennan, we need somebody to be Van Helsing.
Didn't we say that we were gonna have New Jack be Blade?
Yes. Fuck yes. Okay, fantastic. Well, we're gonna build to that. We're gonna build to that.
No, give it time. Let the bloodlines cook.
All right. Okay, next up, let's do a promo introducing Hole.
He's gonna be digging the grave. Actually, we can turn this into a Shane segment. We can have Shane on the site of the gravedigger, Hole enthusiast, and then he could ask him a few questions about holes, and Hole is like, "Oh, I love holes."
That's not what Abyss sounds like, bro. It'd be like, "Oh, bro, I love holes so much, bro. Bro, holes, bro. Just thinking about holes right now it gets me going, bro."
Oh, I love holes. I love you, bro.
Hole explains his love for holes
to Shane.
Also, Jerry Lawler is his manager.
And the whole segment is like, he's like, "Oh, I love holes. I love holes, bro." And then Jerry's like, "Yeah, but I prefer mountains.
I like hills, too.
I like hills. Twin Peaks. You ever see that hole?"
Jesus. See Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Oh, it says BM Punk is being used too much on the show.
BM Punk?
Yeah.
We used him once.
Yeah, blood. All right, we'll shorten his match a little. BM Punk is slightly getting over it. Here, I can fix that. There we go. That's better. Okay. We got 43 more minutes. Busting in my pants. Thanks for subscribing. RVD versus Lance Storm for like 15 minutes if you get a match. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do this random. Yeah, you're right. Why not? This might get the best rating of the fucking night.
For a match.
RVD up, steal the show.
Is that the only match we have?
Right now, we have that and the main event. And also BM Punk versus Billy Kid. Dijak, you want to book a ladies angle?
Oh, do I? Who do we got?
Got...
It's a tag team. It's Mickey James and Sable versus... Give me two more.
Wait, but
they don't wrestle yet.
Sorry?
We don't have we haven't introduced them as part of the cooperation yet.
This is how they become part of the cooperation.
Oh, okay. First of all, can we change Rena's name? Because I don't want to name her Rena. Can we name her like Saybl or something?
Slable.
Slable. Yeah. Slable.
Okay. It says her gimmick right now is Diva.
Make her office lady.
Her gimmick is rated as very good. I'm just gonna keep it right now.
Office Diva.
But for Mickey James, what do we want to name Mickey?
Secretariat.
The horse.
It's just that we didn't know that it was a horse. We just thought it was a name for a secretary.
Jesus.
Okay. Oh, that's fine because then she can cut a promo and be like, "I love to ride" or something stupid. 2001.
Jesus.
What's her gimmick? Secretary?
Yeah.
All right.
And horse enthusiast.
Oh my god.
Secretary and horse. You're just describing Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, yeah.
She's gonna be heel. Slable's gonna be heel, and we're gonna add them to the cooperation. I like that the stable is just
Shane, DDP,
a wrestler,
2 women. They need a heavy. We got to give them a heavy.
They do need a heavy. Let's look at the roster and see.
Do we give them somebody from for the Wales division?
Yeah, sure. Because then you can do the thing where they have all the belts. People love that shit.
Do we give them Sharkquake?
No, because I don't see Sharkquake as a long-term player. No offense to Tenta fans. I love Earthquake, but he's kind of past his prime.
Is Hole part of the Hole could be part of the corporation.
I guess, but I don't really see Hole as part of the corporation.
I feel like Hole is like a floater. A floater in the house.
Hole's kind of immersive. He only cares about one thing, and that's holes. You know, he doesn't have an allegiance. Let me judge. Let me order.
He's
by
in the whole
weight.
business, and business is booming.
Where's weight? Weight range. Here we go. 300. Bob Sapp, I feel like, is a great cooperation member.
I
know?
think that could be good for him because we could let him
But-
talk
but he's such a natural baby face.
in Japan.
You know what? That's true.
And maybe we let him. Maybe he gets Batista in the end.
We also have the Wall.
The Wall is 300 pounds.
Can we just have the Wall in the background of like? I shouldn't say this. You know what I'm gonna say, but I shouldn't say it.
Don't say it.
Anthony Turtles, thank you for subscribing. But wouldn't that be funny if like every time he's just in the back looming? I know, but that would be so funny. Hole versus the Wall is a huge match. You're right.
The Hole in the Wall match.
The finish is that Abyss just like punches a hole through him, and he's like, "Yes!" Let's do Vader. Why not?
I like Vader.
Let's have Vader in the cooperation. But we'll probably debut him later because we already have a finish for the main tonight.
Business Vader.
Any other storylines? Let's get a big boy match. Let's fuck it. Let's do Bam Bam versus somebody for a number 1 contender for the Wales Championship. Let's do Bam Bam versus Abdul the Butcher. Abby's probably only good at hardcore. Fuck it, we'll make it a hardcore.
Just make it a hardcore match, don't we? Don't we do that?
Yeah, why not?
That match is probably gonna be crazy. Just make it short because they're gonna be blown.
Winner is Bam Bam, and it will be a hardcore match.
Ask Abdullah to gig.
You're right. He should do a crazy bump.
We can't assume that he will.
What?
He won't do a crazy bump. Just ask him to bleed all over the place.
Are you serious, Abby? You're not gonna. What are you here for? Whatever. 16 more minutes. Thought it was more fat guy competitions. Are they supposed to actually wrestling? Yeah, okay, fine. Let's have to put over Earthquake. Let's have Sharkquake. Oh, we should probably put over that Shark Boy is
his little buddy, his guppy.
Yeah, why don't we do Sharkquake?
A tag match.
Okay.
Sharkquake and Shark Boy against.
I don't think have we established that Shark Boy is his little buddy? I don't think we have.
Was he not standing there during the hot dog eating competition?
Oh no! He was standing there, and they rated his gimmick as being awful.
Don't worry, we'll keep pushing it.
I'm. You know what? Fuck that. I'm editing that right now.
It's not awful.
It's not awful. It happened in real life, and it was.
You're awful.
Fuck
you're
you.
awful.
Where's gimmick? Can I not do it? Oh, you bastard! Really?
They're sharks. How much more establishment do they need? I don't know. I feel like the audience isn't going to get it. Why are they together?
I'm really pissed that I can't change that. Oh, here we go. Gimmick idea. Damn it! Contracts? Shark Boy. Damn! This is my Muslim mage era. I'm going to force this. All right, we're going to do Sharkquake and Shark Boy over on his Balls of Face.
Balls and Shaft?
Where's Balls Mahoney?
Who can we make Shaft?
Wouldn't Shaft be bigger?
A black guy?
Is Balls Mahoney not here? Oh, contract starts in 19 days. Oh, because we stole him from ECW. Fuck it. Let's just have him squash somebody.
Have him squash those New England boys.
You're right. Sharkquake and Shark Boy squashes Johnny Curtis and Todd Hansen.
Why do they look so shocked in their picture?
Sharkquake up. This right here is what you call, and of course, Shark Boy should dominate. And then we'll do Bam Bam versus Abdullah in a hardcore match.
Abdullah.
Hardcore.
We need like a black Abdullah the Butcher.
We do need a black Abdullah the Butcher. Dijak, have you heard about that?
What?
At a GCW show, Abdullah the Butcher cut a promo, and he pointed at God, who was it? Was it Joey Janela or something? Or maybe it was. He pointed at Joey Janela and he went, "This guy's gonna be a legend. He's like the black Abdullah the Butcher."
Jesus Christ!
All right, Dijak, what's the women's match? We have mud wrestling. Do you want mud wrestling?
Yes, I do actually.
Do you want a pudding match of some kind?
Pudding.
Foam party.
I need the other tag team first.
Oh well, we have.
Actually, you know what? Just make it 2 jobbers. It'll be a mud. It'll be a mud wrestling match. It'll be a mud wrestling match. No, wait. Hear me out. It'll be a mud wrestling match. You expect the local talent to get squashed, but they start winning the match to the point where Mickey James and Slable are free, or excuse me, Secretariat and Slable are freaking out, and this is the introduction of the cooperation. They emerge from the mud, covered in mud, mud people, and they clear off their faces, and the commentary is like, "It's the cooperation," and they start drowning the extra talent in the mud, and of course they murder the extra talent.
You're saying that
they're dead.
There's a mud wrestling match that happens for 4 minutes, and then as the women are losing, Shane McMahon and DDP emerged from the mud. They were there the whole time, lying down face first in the mud. Or should it be the introduction of the heavy in the group? Should it be Vader covered in mud?
I like Vader in that spot.
What do you think, Dijak?
I wasn't listening to you. What'd you say?
I'm saying, who raises from the mud? Should it be Shane and DDP or the heavy?
the heavy. You can't have Shane.
So they're having a mud wrestling match and just.
Well, no, I don't know. Maybe it should be Shane and DDP because Shane is the murderer of the group. So it would be good to get some actual kills under his belt.
Okay, fair enough. There's only one female jobber, April Hunter. So I'm just gonna have Charmel as the other one.
Wow, why Charmel? Racist.
Because our only other option is we can do Tori, but I don't want to kill Tori.
Oh yeah,
I think Tori should get away.
Does it need to be a tag team match?
I mean, that's what Dijak said.
Can it be Mickey or Secretariat with Slable against?
But why are they together?
Because they're friends, until they're not.
Okay. I don't mind it being a tag team mud match. Secretariat and Slable.
We can't kill our top babyface's wife.
I don't think they were married yet.
True.
Hold on, I gotta tell Slable that she has to be a wrestler. I'd like you to consider coming out of retirement. Oh, she doesn't want to. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to pretend the match is an angle. So we're gonna have Slable. Her role is sex appeal. In Secretariat, her role is sex appeal. And Tori Wilson, sex appeal. And April Hunter as sex appeal. And we should probably have April take a crazy bump, right? Drowning?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not willing to take... You're a job... You're...
Killer
Okay,
in
fine.
real
It'll be a
life.
stunt. It'll be a stunt.
Jesus.
Where's the Shivani's?
That's actually using the Shivani's as a way to write people off TV is exactly what Shawn Michaels did with fucking Tony D'Angelo. Anytime they wrote somebody off the show, they'd have them in a fucking trunk in their car.
Kind of bummed I didn't get D'Angelo family killed off. That would have been
base. Would have been base.
That would have been base.
Okay, and then Shane McMahon. I'll call this character development for Shane.
It's developing that his trait that he loves murder.
And Secretariat.
It's just stunt mud.
It's fake mud.
Can we get a Shivani family promo or segment?
We need a Terminator match.
Oh, and a Terminator match. Yeah.
Obviously.
Dijak, Mansoor wants to give the Terminator a 5-minute match.
Who's the Terminator?
Cena.
Or Goldberg.
So I don't... Thank you, Dijak. See?
He says it's okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Why? Was I against this before?
We want Cena to be our Goldberg.
Yeah, no, I said I wanted him to like immediately be champion, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think he should be squashing people in 2 minutes because I think he'll get more out of just beating somebody in a regular match. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. See?
I'm shocked.
I wasn't listening to you. Sorry.
Who should he beat? Hugh Morris, obviously.
We can't have a repeat match.
Why not?
Is that going to affect our rating?
We're trying to punish Hugh.
So we're gonna give him more time. He's gonna hurt. He's gonna hurt the Terminator on purpose.
he's gonna break his knees. Hugh Morris is extremely unhappy at the booking this match. Nobody cares. All right, now we need to fucking put the order of this whole thing.
Are you gonna do a Shivani's vignette?
God, Brennan, you're really into that, huh?
Yeah.
No, let's do something because Tony Schiavone is the announcer of the show. Why don't we have something happen where, like next week, Schiavone gets accidentally hit by a wrestler, and that's how he brings his family in.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, or we can do that today.
Have him trying to interview Shane after the
Shane
McMahon.
Why?
Or have him try and interview somebody after the match, and then he gets hit by a hearse.
A hearse?
Yeah.
You want? That's funny, but you want the Schiavone family to be feuding with our top heels in the company?
No, he just happens to be interviewing Shane because it's the hottest segment of the show.
No. He needs to be attacked or hit accidentally by somebody that his family can feud with.
We can find out who's driving the hearse later.
Some random wrestler's driving the hearse?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Well, Shane's not driving the hearse. He's just getting interviewed.
I think it creates a problem with people that aren't on the same level.
Okay. And who's gonna hit him with a car?
He doesn't be hit by a car. Like in my mind, if like RVD and Lance Storm are wrestling, and RVD does a dive, and Lance moves, and he lands on Schiavone.
Okay, that's good.
And then RVD can feud with the Italians for a month, where he just beats all the Italians. Okay, I'm gonna start a storyline between RVD and the Italians. RVD versus Italy.
Hmm.
And I'm going to say in the match.
Note at the top says matches are too long, need longer segments instead.
Oh, don't tell us twice.
Everybody, your matches got cut 3 minutes.
Shane is now, the seance segment is going long. Let's see. Let's add a note. Let's say Tony Schiavone fuck. How do I get Tony in here? Botched interference? No. At ringside, let's just say Tony Schiavone. And we'll say this advances the storyline. RVD versus Italy. Make that a little shorter. Make the main event angle longer. Okay. This looks good. I just need to order it and we'll see. Time for more Shane turkey leg segments.
It's important.
Bigelow. Let's have Earthquake at ringside for this. Just to make it
Eating a turkey leg.
Eating a turkey leg, yes. Eating a turkey leg angrily.
Oh, nice.
Aggressively.
Good WWE writing there. Well done.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so we're going to open the show with In Memoriam Booker T. Then we're going to have Shane and DDP interrupt and shoot Sarah McLachlan and set up the funeral. Oh, we should probably have like Ray do something to set up the match that's happening later, right?
Yeah.
Or should it be like, yeah, probably. Let's have to set up Dusty. Let's have Dusty come out and be like, I got somebody who's gonna wrestle you tonight, DDP. It's this guy.
That'll put him over,
right? Yeah, that'll put him over. Dusty Rhodes cutting a promo. Rey Mysterio Jr. is a character development. Shane McMahon is also there. And DDP is also there. Perfect.
Perfect.
Dusty sets up DDP versus Ray. Winner gets Booker's corpse.
Well.
Okay. Abdul the Butcher versus Bam Bam. Let's do Ron Van Dam as the opener, actually.
Ron Van Dam.
I think that's semi-main. Perfect. Okay, Shane bombs himself.
I'm preparing my body.
Let's do Shane McMahon is managing Diamond Dallas Page. And let's also do... Anybody else managing anybody? No. Should be it. Billy Kidman transforms into Thin Blood. Heidenreich frozen in ice.
Yup.
With the Ewoks.
Yup.
Oops.
Woke up this
is really hard. Oh, fuck. It's so hard to look at this. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? I have to like organize all this and it's very hard to even look at.
Oh yeah, because it's not like there's no lines.
Yeah. God, this is really killing me. Dijak, Brennan, read the chat while I do this so that we're not boring them to tears.
Should Dusty manage Ray? Good question.
Yeah, sure. Oh, and I should add Dusty to this angle.
Why is Booker's corpse on the line? Because he was shot last week by Shane McMahon.
And Dusty doesn't want his corpse to be in their hands, obviously.
Yeah. Dusty said, "You guys will not make a mockery of a black man's body."
Jesus.
Makes sense. Young Sheldon is driving the hearse. He doesn't have his license yet.
All right. Comes to the butcher.
If Booker has a bullet hole, will he eventually feud with Hall? It's actually a good potential.
Wow, that's genius. That is actually genius.
Yes.
We're really giving Hall a big push in this episode. He's gonna.
I know this is huge for him. I believe in him.
You're gonna pretty quickly put him in a program with our top babyface.
Brennan, I asked you to send me 2 fucking pictures today. You sent me 1. You lazy fuck.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
What do you mean? Why didn't I tell you? I did. I asked you for the 2 pictures, and you sent me 1.
I sent you one, and then you didn't say anything.
Oh, it's my job to ask. It's my job to ask twice for the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Here it is. Send the fucking picture, please.
Clearly, it
was
a miscommunication.
Clearly.
All right.
I'm only trying to make you some fucking money.
All right, you guys ready for the show?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's fucking go.
Fucking
Here we go. In memoriam, Booker T. In an average 6-minute video package, the focus was on Booker T. Booker T benefited from being the flavor of the month. Oh, okay. This angle got the show off to a strong start. Oh, in a very good 6-minute angle, we saw Diamond Dallas Page and Shane McMahon cut promos. It's got an 83.
Great.
Got the crowd hotter.
Nice.
In a good 6-minute angle, we saw DDP, Dusty Rhodes, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Shane McMahon. They got a 71.
Nice.
Next up, we got Abdul Butcher versus Bam Bam. That got a 53. I mean, yeah, it's
cold, hardcore match.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Sure.
Next up, we got DDP with the with this mud wrestling thing.
Yeah,
this is pretty high for a mud wrestling.
And that got a 66.
That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Secretariat has debuted her secretary and horse enthusiast gimmick. It has gotten an initial rating of great.
Yeah. Based.
Crowd heat is very hot. Sharkquake and Shark Boy versus Johnny Curtis and Todd Hansen got a 21.
No.
Yeah, it got a really, really
I think we need to fire Todd.
Yeah.
Ibar. You fuck.
Terminator versus Hugh Morris got a 30. It had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling.
No.
He's sandbagging him.
DDP and Shane got a 69 in this seance segment.
Ooh.
Billy Kidman versus BM Punk got a 54. Not bad. Not bad for a mid-card angle. The angle afterwards got 55. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, let's turn Billy. That is a complete success. Heidenreich's Frozen angle got a 38.
Oh, what?
He debuted his Frozen gimmick and has gotten a rating of adequate.
Stop.
But it is a marketable gimmick. Will sell more merch than usual.
Ice pops.
We're gonna sell icicles.
Hole enthusiast gimmick got a rating of adequate. Jerry Lawler's mound enthusiast gimmick got a rating of adequate. And I got a 62.
Nice. That
Cool.
elevates
Rob Van
them.
Dam versus Lance Storm got a 77.
Wow.
Really good match
Yep.
and a decent reaction from the crowd. Very nice. Let's hope this main event is a good one. Yeah. Oh, okay. The angle of Shane embalming himself got an 81.
That's
Nice.
great.
The crowd heat at the end is white hot. All right, main event. Pray for us,
on.
guys.
We
Chat,
need this.
please. Can we please press
We need
P
this.
in
Press
the chat to
P
pray?
for prayer.
P for prayers.
Please, everyone in the chat, write inshallah that this
Inshallah,
main
this is
event
a 90.
gets a good rating because it will save our whole show. We've gotten some good angles, and if we get a good main event for the match, then this will save our show and potentially get us closer to beating WWF. Rey Mysterio versus DDP in the main event of the show. 66.
Oh. Ray.
DDP and Rey Mysterio didn't seem to click, and it made for an awkward bout.
Oh no.
We're finished.
That's not our closing angle though, right?
It's not our closing angle, but it's our main event match, which will take the rating down quite a bit.
Will it? Okay. Even if the closing angle's really good?
The closing angle got an 84. So that's
Ooh, all right.
So we're gonna
All
have
right.
to. We're really gonna have to like rely on the angle to pull it all together. I'm just hoping we at least get a 70. The final rating for the show is 74. Okay, not bad.
All right.
We're not
Not bad.
finished.
This show
I'll
increased
take
our
that.
popularity in 8 regions. Okay.
Nice.
The Feds. Marcus says the Fed's gonna get a 96 with Al Snow versus Chris Jericho. Financial report. We made $259,000.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Let's
fucking
go,
go.
boys. Let's go.
We've gained 1 point of popularity in Hawaii.
Wow. We don't even have any Samoans.
Fucking go.
We
Let's
should
see
really
how,
fix that. We need to get a Samoan.
Let's see how Raw was.
Rikishi?
So we drew 2,600 fans. They drew 10,888 fans.
We're in the conversation.
Their show got an 88. The main event got a 90. Chris Benoit defeated Rikishi by DQ.
All right. Come on.
Come
Who's
on.
ranking you?
The Undertaker defeated Essa Rios. It got an 86.
Essay Rios.
Okay,
Not
so
Essa.
there's an A there.
I know. It's essay.
Essay.
It's essay Rios.
Come on,
Well, that's not how you spell. I thought there would be an E.
Yeah. Sorry. It's essay
Benoit
Rios.
beating Rikishi by DQ got a 90.
I don't believe it.
He's a really good worker,
I believe it, but
despite his flaws in life.
a 90 by DQ? Anyway, their rating on TNN, they got 3.5 million viewers, and we drew
Flies.
2,400,000. So we're 1 million away.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Are we gaining ground or losing ground?
In the company wars, we are number 2.
Suck
so-
it, Nuge.
Oh, you wanna compare last week? Yeah, we can compare.
All we need is momentum.
Let's see. Events and TV.
We need to trend in the correct direction. That's all.
Let
What
me
do the message
check our
boards
event.
It's in the immortal words of our fearless leader in 2019. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Well, compared to last week, we lost 300,000 viewers.
No.
No, this can't be happening.
We'll get them back.
What does Reddit
We're
say?
figuring it out. You want to check the message boards?
Yeah.
You tell me these fuckers watched an angle where a man shot another man and turned heel
Well,
and
we
said,
didn't
"This
have we
ain't
didn't
it?"
have Chris Benoit versus Rikishi for disqualification. So
Oh, Jerry Lynn got hurt. Fuck.
Why would that end in a D?
we had a nice lunch with him.
We did have a very nice lunch with him.
He's awesome.
I'm trying to see Raw's show history. Let me see. Where's
Yeah, maybe the
WWE?
wrestling bubble has popped and they're down. too.
Yeah, let's see. View profile. Events and TV, show history. Okay. Their last Raw drew 3,557,000. And and this episode drew 300, a little bit more, 20,000 more.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not great.
What the fuck?
We have to.
Hey, but we're actually pretty close to SmackDown.
All right.
Yeah.
We need better commercials. Can we invest in commercials?
And we're beating WWF Super TV.
Who gives a shit?
I don't even know what that is.
Like a web show.
It's their online show.
Can we invest in advertising?
Okay,
Can
yeah.
we invest in?
We can.
Can we bring in the Rizzler, his fetus?
We can launch a charitable donate. Do you want to make a charitable donation?
What is that gonna do?
You may donate any amount to charitable causes. The amount and cause decide how likely you are to receive benefits, if any. Benefits include improving the locker room atmosphere, giving morale boosts to certain people, raising your company's prestige. Who knows? Maybe you'll get some good karma too.
We need fucking ratings. How do we get ratings? How do we get better ratings?
Do you want to?
I'm not running a fucking charity. I'm running a fucking business.
What if we did some dirty tricks?
All right, now we're talking.
Should we declare war on WWF?
Ooh, yes.
You want to declare war?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how we do that. Let's see. How do we do that? External.
Somebody said, "Don't think that historically goes well."
With what?
We should blow up Titan Tower.
Should we attempt a hostile takeover of WWF?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Okay. Attempt takeover. WWF have rejected your takeover attempt. Oh, I didn't know you could just reject the takeover. I thought the whole point was that we fucking do it.
No. No.
I'm trying to figure out how to how do I declare war? Chat, can somebody who knows how to play this game tell me how to declare war on WWF?
War.
You have to file a caucus Bali.
We have to have Cassius Belli. It's a reason for declaring war. Go to relationships. Relationships. Okay.
More like relationships.
Negotiate. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh.
Negotiate war.
Declare war.
Declare war.
Should we declare war?
What does it do?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of scary though.
Yeah.
It's red.
WWF have reacted by declaring war on WCW. Great.
Yes. Good.
War's been declared.
Good.
Arn Anderson sent us an email. Shark Boy is a natural talker. He is worth giving promo time. All right.
Thanks, Arn.
Okay, now we can do dirty tricks.
Do them.
Let's
we can do
negatives into their locker room.
I don't hate it.
We should lace their coke. Let's lace their coke.
Let's hit them with a Ronald Reagan.
I don't hate it.
Lace their coke with like meth.
Coke. Lace their coke with meth.
With Fent.
Jesus. Fent.
Should we do a negative story, a web attack, a verbal jab, a sponsor attack, a disruption, or a sign warfare?
Sponsor attack.
Contact their sponsors and leave
let's
an
get them
anonymous negative
canceled.
room.
I think we could get some dirt on their owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sponsor attack. The dirty trick has been activated. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay.
Nice.
Well, we'll find out how the dirty trick went next time on TEW. Thank you all for joining us. We're slow and steady, building our way up. I can feel it. I feel our stars are really. Everything is aligning. Like look at all of our Diamond Dallas Page. I bet is more over. Yes, he's 1 point more over than he was a week ago in some places.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching TW. Not a single solitary second of this was even remotely boring.
Oh, that's
Classic.
sad. I really thought Ray versus DDP would be an awesome match.
Hey, too.
Yeah. But sometimes it happens, you know? Sometimes people don't click.
They just didn't have chemistry.
Well, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and watch us on Saturday. Bye.
Yeah.